Hi guys, James here at Miss Soul Car Finance. Everybody always asks, what services you actually offer and what exactly you do for the customer. So what I've done is I've just got some files here of live customers that we're dealing with just now. We've probably got about 200 live claims on the go just now, and I'll just give you a quick couple of samples of what we do. Now this is a Citroen C3, and this car is probably claim at the moment for about £9,000. Now, believe it or not, Citroen C3, it's worth about £15,000, and the repayment at the moment is something like £23,000. And that's come about just because this chap was actually a loyal customer to a dealer, and believe it or not, every time he went in, didn't pay a lot of attention to the paperwork, and they were rolling in negative equity into one deal, then the next deal, and then the next deal, until I went in, bought a nice new shiny car in the showroom, drove it away, and had a wee look at the finance and couldn't believe that, for a £15,000 car, it was nearly £23,000 to pay it back. So we get involved in that just now, and we've requested a SARS report, which will give us all the information on all the previous deals, and we'll be dealing with his finance company and that. So we're looking at probably about an £8,000 refund on that. Another example would be an Audi A3. This was a car that was sold to a customer, and the car was modified, so it had the cat removed from the exhaust. The engine management light was coming on, causing some problems with the car. But the main problem was when the chap went to insure it, the car was uninsurable because it had been modified, it had been remapped as well. So really, the finance company weren't aware of all the modifications, and they certainly wouldn't have financed it. And the fact that it was uninsurable would mean if there was an incident, then the car, insurance wouldn't pay out and the finance company wouldn't get the money back. So for both parties, it was better. We were looking at just reversing that deal and getting the car back to the dealer, etc. We've got another one, Range Rover Evoque. This is one we're dealing with again just now. It's a live deal. And that's a customer that bought the Range Rover, faults with it from day one. It's been back and forth to dealership. They've not had the use of the car, etc. And now they're probably on the, we've had looked at it, there's probably another £2,000 added interest, etc., where we need to address that for the customer as well. So probably in this one, maybe looking at about a £2,000 deal in total. Another one, this was a Range Rover again, bought from a main dealer. We've actually got a trace of all the emails that the customer had going back and forth. He was offered £24,000 for his trade-in. When it materialised, when the paperwork came through, there was a lot of kind of smoke mirrors and price changes and this and that. And when eventually he got the paperwork, it showed they only paid him £20,000 for his car, but they had offered him 24. He also took on a 2-year warranty. Now they rolled that into the finance deal, so in effect paying finance for 4 years for a 2-year cover on the warranty. They also had tyre cover, which they rolled in, so that became very expensive. So all in all, there was a lot of stuff rolled in to the finance deal which shouldn't have been there, and there was a £4,000 adrift on his trade-in, plus there was a £2,000 deposit that we've got, we can trace as well, and that was never documented in the invoice, etc. So we've got a whole host of there's probably about 200 live deals at the moment that we're working on. When the deals come in, we have a look at them initially, we look at the cap valuations, we do an HPI report in the car, check all the information, we do a SARS report, so we've got all the stats and information. We've got a fast track service, which means we can just get that pushed straight right through to the finance company, etc. And if that's getting a bit slow or there's any problems with that, we pass it straight on to a solicitor on a no-win, no-fee basis, and they run with that for us. So pretty much getting results on all the deals that we're dealing with. Say there's about 200 live ones at the moment. Obviously, just now the big thing is the coronavirus and the giving assistance and the strategy to our customers. That's something that's hit really hard, and we're trying to give people as much free advice because we're involved with the finance companies all the time and the motor industry. We've got a lot of knowledge there, and this is causing real anxiety for a lot of customers. Should they be making payments, etc. So brief advice is, speak to ourselves, we'll do all the valuations and look at your deal for you. But Yeah, in the meantime, if you want, we're still doing obviously all our missold car finance. That's the main business. We've still got loads of live deals going through there, but we're trying to give as much free advice and put together strategies for customers to make sure they can get through this really tough period. Now, if you want to pop onto the website, it's missoldcarfinance.com, or just contact us on our contact number. Also, if you want to email, we'll try to give you as much free advice as we can and help you out as best we can as well. So thanks very much for listening, and stay